Okay, YouTube viewers, today we're gonna remove the brake pads and this front rotor on this 96 GMC pickup. It's a 2500 4x4. This is actually my truck, and I ran the brake pads down to the middle. I don't know why I did that. Usually I'm pretty good at paying attention to this stuff. But anyway, let's get started. First of all, we need to remove this brake caliper right here, and it's held on by 2 bolts. You've got one on the top and one down here. And I've already loosened everything because I started on this last night, but I ran out of time, and now I'm also pressing for time, so we'll try to get it done today. I use a 3/8 hex socket for these. Put them on here. Once it gets loose, you can apply pressure downward and at the same time pull, and this pin will slide out. Same with the bottom one. And what I did, I kind of turned the wheel to the left so I could get better access to these bolts. Then what I do, sometimes this brakes can be on there tight. We need to push this piston back. So I'll take a screwdriver and wedge it in between the brake caliper and the brake pad itself. Right now there's no brake pads. I took them out last night. I'm just walking through, and pull pressure this way, and it will squeeze that piston in, and it will make it a lot easier for that caliper to come out. If not, you're gonna have to fight with it. It will come out, but you'll have a harder time taking it out. Okay, I'm going to use some bungee cord and strap this up here, get it out of the way. Okay, next thing we have to do, we have to remove the wheel hub. So the wheel hub has 4 bolts. Back here you've got 1, 2, and then in the front 2 more. And you'll have to turn the wheel to the left this time to access those front bolts. I'll remove these 2 back ones, and it's a 15mm socket for those. That's all it is. And I'll probably be able to get to these front ones because I've already loosened them. Yeah, they came right off. Okay, and be careful with your boot. You don't want to damage that CV axle boot. Okay, next thing we're gonna do, we'll remove this big bolt here, and that's 36mm. You can use an impact wrench or a cheater bar, a breaker bar, and remove that out. Comes right out. And some of these bolts are tight on there, so I don't think everything's gonna come out real easy. Okay, now we got the ABS sensor. It runs up here. Just disconnect it from up here on top of the truck. Just snaps right off, and then it's hanging there. And now we're ready to remove the rotor. Gently wedge it, and then you've got a dust bracket here, so be careful with that. Comes right off. Now, something I did yesterday, I got in a hurry, and when I tried to remove this rotor from the wheel hub, I yanked on it and I broke this ABS sensor. And it's not that expensive, but it's a $60 part. So I went and bought a brand new one. That was a mistake I did. So then what you want to do is you want to take your rotor, set it up on some blocks, because in order to take this rotor off, you got to knock out all these studs out, and the rotor will come out. And I'll show you the new rotor here. This is the new rotor right here, see? That's why it's a little bit different than just a ordinary 2-wheel drive or whatever. It's a little more work. Let me see if I can set the camera down somewhere. I'll probably have to turn it off and come back to y'all here in a little bit. Okay, here we are again. Now, in order to take these out, you can either use an old nut, put it on there, slam it, boom, out. And you do have to hit these hard. Or you can use one of these things, I forgot what they're called, and slam it down. And they are hard. You are going to have to hit them hard. The only reason these came out quick is because, like I said, I messed with it yesterday. Then this is where I made my mistake yesterday. I tried to pull out. I had to turn this way, the other way, and I tried to pull it out, and I snapped that ABS sensor. Okay, once you get to this point, you want to take your studs out. Get them out of the way. Here's a good time to replace these if you need any. And here's where you have to be careful. Right here is where the ABS sensor goes. Right here. And that's what I snapped yesterday by being careless. So I'm going to try to see if I can get a good shot. When you take these out, just turn it around. It's got its way of coming out. Have to play with it, line it up. Right there, see? Get one side out first, then you slip and you get the other side out. Be careful, like I said, because if not, you're gonna tear up that damn ABS sensor right there. You have to spend 60 bucks, 70 bucks. I think O'Reilly wanted 100 and something for you, but I'm good with the $60 part. Okay, let's go get the new one. Again, that's the new rotor. Let me try to set this where y'all can see what's going on. Again, work it in there. Get one in first, and then slam the other in. Once you got that in there, just align the hose. I'm gonna turn it around this way and see if it all matches up. Perfect. That matches up right there. Put it back on your blocks. I'm trying to stay here and focused on the camera. And you're gonna put your studs back in there. The way I do it, I stick them in there. Then I take this chisel, whatever we call it, and slam them in there. And you go all the way around. Basically, this just starts them. Once I get them in there where they hold, and I do all of them, of course, then this is where you kind of do need an impact gun. And I do have an impact gun, but my compressor's out. I'll be back. I gotta find some tools. Okay, I'm back. I found the tools I needed. Like I said, I have impact equipment, but my compressor's out. So I've got this nice little 19.2 volt Craftsman cordless drill, and it does the job. It works real good. I just wasn't able to take that CV axle joint or nut off yesterday, so I had to use the cheater bar. But what you do is just put your impact gun on there, hit it, and it'll pull that stud right into position. I'll try to turn this backwards so y'all can see what exactly is going on. I'm trying to give you the best shot here so y'all can see. We'll try to hit this, and I'll try to focus the camera on that certain nut so y'all can see exactly what that impact gun does. Come on. Okay. Now you can't see it right there. Maybe right here. We try to zoom in here, guys. Okay, that's the back of that stud, and I'm sure y'all can't see it. Trying to see if I can focus on it. Let me hit it with the impact gun and maybe y'all can see it go in. I don't know if you could get a good look at that, but what this does is just, it pulls those studs right in, and they're perfectly in place now. You could also probably do it by continuing to hammer the crap out of them with this chisel if you don't have an impact tool. But anyway, I went out of focus there, but that's the way you do that. And then the sensor, let me zoom back out here. Then the sensor, the way you remove the sensor is with I think this is a number 5 hex socket, and then you have a little hex screw. That's how you remove that sensor. Let's see, it's right down here. But you want to do that before you put your studs in, because then the rotor's gonna be in your way. You can still get to it with one of those L-shaped hex little wrenches, but it's a lot easier doing it when you have this removed. And right now I'm touching this rotor a lot, so it's gonna have a lot of grease. Once I get ready to install it, I'm gonna use some brake cleaner and take all that crap off. But I'm gonna remove those studs out again. I was just doing that to show you how to replace them. See how hard that was? It went in pretty good. There we go. Anyway, I'll come back when we get ready to install it.